Hi guys. So today we are going to be learning how to talk about wishes and generally unreal situations. And in order to be able to do that, we are going to use what we call the second conditional. What's the second conditional? Well, here we go. First of all, how can I express a wish like when I really want something? Well, we can use either two of these options. We have the expression I wish, which you already know what it means, and we have the expression if only, which is a little bit more dramatic, like, si tan solo, right? But they can be used exactly with the same structure. So you can decide which one to use depending on how dramatic you want to be when you express your wishes, okay? So the first one, let's analyze this expression. The reality, as you can see here below, is that I don't have a lot of money. But if I want to express my wish, I am going to say, oh, I wish I had more money. Or if you want to use it with the other one, we can also say, if only I had more money. So as you can see, they are both used with the same structure. You only need to change the beginning of the expression. But how do I express it? Well, my reality, right? I express it in present. I don't have a lot of money, right, in this moment. But when I transform it into a wish, take a look at what happens with the verb. I wish I had. The original verb is have in present, and the one when we are expressing the wish is had, right? What form is that? Exactly. Simple past, right? So when we are expressing a wish, we need to put our verb in simple past. I wish I had more money, which is equivalent in Spanish of saying ojalá tuviera, right? Let's see another example. So imagine this is a reality. I am very shy. Well, what is it that I wish? Oh well, I wish I was more friendly. What is the verb? The verb to be. I am. Y que es lo que deseo? I wish I was. The same verb, but in past form. Just one more to get the hang of it. Imagine I say, oh, I can't speak English fluently. That's the reality. So what do I want? Oh, if only I could speak English fluently. Okay? From present, that is can't, that is in negative because that is the reality. From past, could. Okay? So those are two very simple ways I can use for expressing my wishes. But that's not the end of it. Now, what if we want to express a condition? Something that would be like a consequence of my wish coming true. So imagine this is a reality. I don't have a car, and what's the consequence? Well, so I take the bus every day. So if I were like thinking about my wish, about the condition, what would be? Well, if I had a car, I mean, if that was my dream, right? If I had a car, what would be in that imaginary hypothetical situation the result? Well, I wouldn't take the bus. This is what we call a conditional. I have the condition, es decir, qué necesito hacer o qué necesita haber para que se cumpla y the result, okay? What would be the consequence if this thing were a reality? And that is how we express it. So let's take a look a little bit more carefully. Let me show you one more example. My reality is I live far from the school, so I am always late. So my wish, or what I wish were different, would be if I didn't live so far from the school, I wouldn't be late all the time. If you notice, for the first part, for the thing that I wish that were different, I am going to do the same. My verb in present, I live, I am going to transform it into past. If I didn't live, okay? In this case, obviously, it is in negative because it's what I wish were different. Normally, when we are expressing the wishes, the conditions, from affirmative, I live, we change it to negative, right? Because what we want is the opposite, if I didn't leave. So present to past and negative to affirmative, or if it is affirmative to negative, okay? So if I didn't live so far from school, and attention, because here with the consequence, we have a different structure. What would be the consequence? I wouldn't be late all the time, right? So in this case, I am going to use the modal would and then my verb, but in what form? In infinitive form. No conjugation, nada de I am, is, are, no. I wouldn't be late all the time. Okay, let's take a look at one more example with a different verb, okay? So, this is the reality. I am very shy, so I don't have many friends. So, this is my wish. If I weren't so shy, I would have a lot of friends. Attention here. The verb to be, when we are expressing this kind of condition, this hypothetical situation, it has a little characteristic. Did you notice? Did you notice something strange about the verb to be? Excellent. Normally, when I say I, the verb to be in past is supposed to be was, right? But when we are expressing a wish, when we are expressing a condition, please remember that all the time the verb to be, no importa cuál sea el sujeto, it's going to be conjugated were or weren't, okay? That is the grammatically correct form, okay? The verb to be, cuando hablamos de condicional, nada más cuando hablamos de condicional, it's always going to be or should be conjugated were. I were, you were, she were, they were, okay? Por ahí hay gente que de repente ya no lo hace así, ya le pone normal, if I was. It is acceptable, but it is not correct, okay? So I would prefer if you use the correct form, if I weren't, okay? Very good, so that is pretty much how we structure a condition and its imaginary result. Let's take a look at the structure. So how do we start? Well, obviously we need to start with the word if, because the word if is the one that indicates the condition, right? See, very good. And then of course the subject. In this case, I am talking about myself, but I can also talk about the wishes of someone else. If she, if my brother, if my friend, etc. Then the verb conjugated in simple past. If I had money, if I could speak English, if I were extrovert, etc. Right? And then we need a comma and the result. What would be the imaginary result? And for this result, I need a subject, of course. Then I need the modal would, or if it's something negative, wouldn't, and a verb in infinitive. I would travel, I would be, I would have, etc. Okay? So this is the structure for the conditional. One more detail. As you can see, this is a very, very simple. It is about putting the verbs into the correct form. I can put both the condition and the result in the opposite position, and it is still clear. I can say if I weren't so shy, I would have a lot of friends. Or I can say I would have a lot of friends if I weren't so shy. As you notice, I mean, it is clearly understandable siempre y cuando la que lleve if es la que va en pasado y la que no lleva if es la que lleva would. Okay? That's it. You can exchange their positions. And si ponen el resultado primero, you don't need the comma, okay? Because the if would be the one that divides the complete sentence. Okay, now let's try the exercises and let me know if I can help you with anything else. Bye.